Demonstrators, let me say a big thank you for being present to receive our petition for and on behalf of the president. As you are well aware, there are some disturbing matters in the country regarding governance that we are not happy about. We believe that in a democracy, the way to do it is through a peaceful conduct like we have embarked upon and to register our protests. We started with the judiciary where we presented a petition, the same petition to the Judicial Secretary for onward transmission to the Judicial Council. We went to Parliament. The clerk to Parliament received us on behalf of the Speaker. We expect that the petition will be brought to the House floor once the House resumes for deliberation. And finally, to the principal actor himself. We believe that what is happening is not good for us. There must be an end to this issue of you do me, I do you. There must be an end to retaliatory politics. In Ghana today, all of us as political actors have a story to tell. Where do we end the vicious cycle? It is not yielding to the whims of hawks and hardliners in our respective political parties that will make us better political leaders. We believe that the hawks must be pushed back onto the fringes so that the centrists can take the center stage for the good of our country. In today's era of social media, you cannot control what gets onto the streets, and this democracy must be protected and safeguarded. So, my respected brother and friend, this is to you. The language is very respectful and decent and expresses our views because we know we are addressing the president. We hope that it shall receive the needed support for the Chief Justice to go back to her office and do her work.
Emrani bi a womu is that ye want to say ye di yi mpanifo fio. But say ye ma ho kwan say me ka say wani mu nya me fe e bia mre atwa mu no o tia mu gu me so. It becomes a basis upon which ye di yi the head of the judiciary. And yes. So what it means is that like the legislature, the executive, three arms. Now, Shadi man san dance on quite is that near or no our judiciary or no swear in the head of the executive, or no swear in the deputy head of the executive, that's the vice president, or no swear in the head of the legislature. So into or no swear mutu. Say I'm making sure certain biano or dog so I could do so you don't want my penya abom hoban I'm on my niece swaji say you almost so bet me a jina brand at the buatania send your fata our pre kwanso and your dog kwanswa not to see a benya sem. Yes, say the voice of the people is the voice of God. Nagana for omo anika omo ahomete and they say a manenya was a ban yet to Nubuma December. Yet to Nubuma NPP Emre Ghana for now can say NPP in Kotana bench. Into one mama team you the dead there. You are only a leader when you turn and the people are following you. The moment you are a leader, what I know what it means is that then you are taking a walk. Media Nashebejani, Madrin, Sanya Yemen, and then your mimi did say you bet me so Edia Chasso Edia Bois is that. And my yen so and near Manibia, Sabe, as soon as Swano ever form, as so a Acadian war form, near the Janasu, the tree, a very serious arm of government. And that is where I have a fundamental problem. Penny, John Dramani Mahama, Sanya Manibio Mokekano, a idea or de Nadrin Bekoso, essence with serious implications for our democracy. Maybe a football Nibia meets Medina Moedia Canon, with serious implications. Because yet to Obama. I was Rapon, I was 4 years. Some Rapon in society. And until no faculty council, not so much Sam Rapono, Cosasan. That one may be ano, Sabe, Yaka, and Yanan Refwa, yet me do can't be me. And Yamapi, you say, near one nipa so one ani so no e no de ko dae near ye kan nyina ne se campaign time de yakeka ne mani bi awie but say ye move here for campaign time ho e de afi emra ya ba begina ma ya memo oni ebu emma ye ntietie ne aye party for eka na ye nhwe so emfa mo man no meme de me ogide keze se Ghana for to aba ma wo kama waba no sebe intina onsa mienu ode so akofuna mu no esan say yes you are going to be fair to all manner of persons.
Delighted to receive the petition from the coalition and it will be duly presented to the Chief of Staff for the attention of the President. Let me say that we are happy that your process started this morning and has ended very peacefully. That in itself is a very strong message about the democracy that President Mahama wants to instill in our dear country. If it were the case like this over the past 8 years, I'm sure that the retaliatory politics that you talk about wouldn't have been the case. You referencing retaliatory politics is an admission that the 8 years of President Akufo-Addo and Mahama Bawumia were not the best for this country. You can be assured, however, that President Mahama, as every Ghanaian knows, is not that politician. President Mahama does not believe in retaliatory politics. He's described as, too much of a father for all kind of president, and everybody knows that. Whatever actions that are being taken now, whatever decisions that are being taken now, as everybody knows, is in line with the provisions of our 1992 Constitution. Indeed, before President Akufo-Addo left the presidency, he himself had started a certain process where issues were brought to him about the Chief Justice and he referred them to the Council of State. And that is what President Mahama has done. It is not about retaliating on something that was done by the previous administration against President Mahama or the NDC. So the process that is ongoing is constitutional, and I do believe that if the committee that has been set, completes its work, whatever decisions that they make, just as the Council of State's advice to the President was binding on him, it will be binding on him. I can assure you and the people of Ghana that we appreciate the fact that just as government ensured that you went about your demonstration peacefully, there was one also last weekend, peacefully without any attempt at preventing you from expressing yourselves. We would continue to allow for that peaceful expression of ourselves in this country under President Mahama. Nobody is going to inhibit or stop anybody from going that. That should tell you that President Mahama, in less than 120 days, has demonstrated how he is going to save the democracy of Ghana. He is going to grow the democracy of this country, and we are going to be together. We will work together with you and all the political parties, and your petition will be given
Aduma was so the basso gidigidi pa free ayi mensa etuamwa ekosi bepono so ye foro bepono na yakwa woso ye ho yakwa wosu bi atoago for so long a time ni ya woso ho yade bi ebremo wadidi ache say amasrade na abo apewo entibesewa fa ho age woso ho no mu na wonso kwa wosu bi atogo esan say your health is your wealth. Wama wapomden ho nsam ehia wo de a menua obi ya na adu ho ajimbio ebia wo nya kwan na wonko awakọ wonko akora wo kwa nya den na mmom no se nipa dom no kan ho na no mu nyina ebom akode a eza busuafo aha babia ye dewa eti ye invite all the known and unknown celebrities to come and grace the occasion. Eti menua to ana mobra ne ho beye dabro so wotete wapomu no aduane ubedidi ama ho so abao eti bra wo so hu no ebie na so fa ho ebegem ye nyina magjerry odam mefrema dasmani wo makeka ho nyina ubehu ye live ewo ho ye kwa kwotene yapom abusia enne da ya wada May kotonima abosom de to so enwotwe 8 May 2025 in the year of our Lord. Che enema bi ho no wa brabo mu aminu ya se wa mfa no saa na wo kasa wo dwendwen ho ne ho kwa ne ba ahwa oba no madurawu ahwa wo ankasa wo beje ho kwa every wonsam che me ka mo atase ne ese abrabo na ye bo no enye ni nyina na ye sweet o se ni nyina kra ko ye too sweet e ma wa na se da bia happiness da bia nigye da bia osu da bia rehodie da bi abrabo na nye saa na tie abusua abrabo na enye sanete na wo hit screen no so me so follow me e TikTok live woman gada follow me on TikTok live so what me can radio no so follow me e TikTok live na e like is hit the screen more likes mo ama banyina obi e ma me like ba kokra honorable what are you waiting for me say de na manugu so American say abrabo na ye bo no enye ni nyina na ye sweetable adabia na aye sweet ni esogu ano da bia na de wo ni jem sakra enye normal Encrofa will question it. Enye normal. Sada bia na chese bibia ye sweet. Na bibia ye de bia na wani jim de bia debi. Ore ho kakra. Na wani age kakra. Wonya sika kakra. Na ho kira ba kakra. So ahu na chese edandan wo saa na etoto asa wo de abura to jaso na se wo de bode atu jaso na wo toto. Wujaye etofa akwa ebehye. Eti wo mu ana chese wo dandan na wo dada bo nsa aben kama. Eti abrabo no saa netie. Life is not always sweet. It's not always lovey-dovey. It's not happiness all through. Life is about what? Sweetness, bitterness, sour taste, and all that. It is sabi edru baby a bitterness abem baby a mo nwono no aba. Minu agina. Enkasa wo de wabre. Eti you are giving up. Never give up on life. Look back and see how far the Lord has brought you. Baby ana wo, baby ana wo free. Enem pempensua nyame edwa babedru no. Enti emfa woni situation a wo fam, obra wo fam, areho a wo fam no. Kai baby ana wo free. Ene baby a onyankopon edwa babedru. Nefa sedama no. Na gitum. Sometimes challenges be eba na ensure in disguise. See nimwa anka challenges be eba ga ye be embracing wholeheartedly na ya fatu ye ho so ne afamu a because at the end of the challenge you know me say you will smile at the storm, you will smile, you will be happy and niema nyina so be hyase atoto na kwam e dia maw. It is a challenge ba said the happiness eba said the blessings eba uso mukua na wugitum na wode hoahoa wo ho eda nyame ase no se challenges so eba wodofo me si so mukua na gina so da nyame ase esan se ebia na eye kwan bia nyame ebo ato ho amaw na wo so wodo fajem kakra because won sika kokko gold enye se fiti ya na be shen ya wo hu afefefe na wani kan gomre no dabi eya na ukotu a enete wo ho anwea wo ho ebisha abuom uyi ye de ba fa enromu famu ansana eho ate na aye shem wodi wani huna no hu say ye gold pa nie obie ni wo be ka kire say ye kotu gold na ye shen sede hunu abonte no da bi nya sa nete enti obia nyame ede wo be ye bibi pa bi ama nipa nyina na se eni nyina ehunu ede ho adanse no odo fa wo jam odo fa enrom odo fa emfidie mu etse wo ho ema wo gina said ye beya wo su betimi ede saa suahu na wanya no saa experience na wafam no wo su betimi etu afoforo etiabusua no matter what you are going through never give up on life. Look back and see what the Lord has done. Look back and see how far you have come, where God picked you up and where he has brought you. Ebusia for eti niemeka chone say stay strong, stay on your good path and then keep going because surely dolly there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Dear awie me di ejawo ewo me menti eso enono I was yamidi at the Mammy Biama Quafo, bet me a friend Biamzi, one woman gada nasa mami soja. O friend me a mejo sododo. Philistine Goliath, menon no, what I say. Medo as say we would do a video not to me 90 so a higher need 100.9 FM. The Wabaha, one year, cry. Because we are going to talk about pure politics. I be your phone a baby G. Jabbet Nase. Near to me a bobo and some bakum, you know home. Someone you money to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 120 days in office. And now Obekasa the chair Ghana for we and one Kasa and Makin home and one man who 72%. We no na your social contracts here on the Ghana for. Edu omusa ehyasie eti ye ba ne aba behwe ye bedom asuko eye ensama hodo okekan 120 days no eniema wo ba afoforo na wo kan say odi nafo ha ne aduenu eniema wo beye from day 1 2 3 sa kosi 120 enra and 120 no esiye enti ye bebisa say wo de ye bedom asuko ansa magari mpacho mema akwaba
odeo Bibi aboko de.
Nyame adom bibi aboko. Na connection na me say bra na be join na won pese be join. Eno na etete me. Because obia
me say me join.
Ade pe ba na me de brewa. O say me dan mechi am.
Me dan mechi. Na won say be ma yes be ma nsi nsu ma ansa wa ham. Ba we dey me ham kakra. We no me ham kakra.
Okay, I see.
It's a problem here anyway.
Mate.
I'll be on board.
Mate. Na when it's ya nra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the 120 days no wo beka ho asem e ma che say free day 1 eniema o kan say oba obeye number 1 o kan say obe nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval.
Enti yemfa one
first one no.
Enti first one or say nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. And I check and no so why.
Into why enti ya take no. Afen so number 2.
And only one.
And no say wo aswafo ni din.
Yes.
One more ni on ba be ye adwuma.
And parliament and so approval one more.
Okay.
And who says so we hear my the fastest
I think the first 6 people are now 3.
Yeah, the camp first 3. Energy minister, attorney general, no finance. Now for do did this so and no do and quickly cabinet first parliament so etna say and omototo omo and omo approval and omo approval straightforward. So and now number 2 no say constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first
90 days in office. That's all no na fuad bi okuna di kan no kan say nipa wo no omo bebu o man no say the campaign mu no oka no oka say wo no obefa aswafo 50 and 60
and I say na aswafo na nkasa na substantively no aswafo na nkasa ministers no wo mo ye 56. Yes, when we nyandru 60 na akafo.
Nyandru 60.
Yes,
wow.
Akafo.
Wow.
Na
no so wetimi achieve.
Enti there be yan number 2 ne ye.
No can say 90 days.
Say constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days. Enti ye bisa say leanest no as a trend saying is it the substantive ministers ana? Because there are other appointments, and also akoso. They say presidential, your friend, the presidency, presidential staffers. So what you say? Who can leanest? Because or say leanest and most efficient government. One can say leanest and most efficient ministers. This time, we BM or say government. Government you know cover bibia say so him say across 16 regions every regional organizer be a presidential staffer. Oh yeah. Every regional organizer be a presidential
staffer. 16 regional.
It is 16 regional presidential staffers. But mind you, one for deputy regional ministers. It is a year be adwese na we plus 16 na why ni. Yeah, no, so of which we don't know. It's a holiday. Made to me, economy to me check it because most efficient and then so no. It's a bit early days yet.
Yeah.
So most efficient. Yes.
The efficiency no based on performance.
Performance.
Oh, and at the end also a brain coin.
A brain coin.
It be a man who bear 2 years and 2.5 years.
What they 1 year crown pono crown.
Ministers we won no. Maybe a omo performance no a rate saying it here.
So I just say.
We dear.
It's me number 2. Me check number 2.
Okay.
It's number 2 ni dey make say why be but a pay.
But normally no one say number 2 no yeah that's what number 2 no so.
Yeah.
Normally yeah entire can presidential staffers no enfa can mainstream ministers no you know more as we compare it to previous government. Said they now the ministers and deputies ne wo make ka ho no etiana yeah wo say at that time opposition NDC one ba be commentate on nipa dodo a na ewo mampanya so ye omo ye adwuma de but as to nipa dodo a na abenya bo mu din a omo mainstream governance no mo no omo ye adwuma de na it was over 120 what you
say I think said ya wo kan no yen restrict ye ho
okay
ewo ye comparative analysis
okay
any the previous government
okay
ye nim say na 126 yeah, the total JDMD this time around now. 56. What is we say? What you say? It's your corner until I make a corner there. You be born a basso.
Okay.
Nemo most efficient in the dear. Efficient in the dear. Efficient in the car because me crime one no mark see me and sa. It is na so afoni bi ya. Wo ye mu ba ku ye say containers no mo say yira wo port no. And no that they ente wonhwe ye ente say na den e we he
Ghana no
ye ente wonhwe containers ye go say but ye ente wonhwe and attorney general so wase kire ne se aka kire say obechi wo medisika e wa banda den mu yeso ye hia sika
and so ye process
ente na me efficiency no munya abotre
no ye process
efficiency no munya abotre
so refi containers no mkochi wo
media na so ye say national security for ye ho adwuma and so ye ente ho hwe it's efficiency within the period of 120 there and the kakakra na mom linears ne there de be ma no linears ne there de be ma no because wetimi e dis 56 no okay. Now number 3, yeah. Establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials. Check. Why or the code of conduct number. Maybe they may challenge and me want to say implementation process.
Constitution and code of conduct. Yes.
Code of conduct. So that's here. Said ya wo kan no so wo catch the minister say obi cha no 20,000 o me declare emawa why na be hwe say minister no ampa ene obi akowura minister bi office o wa ma 30,000 e be si den ye hu it is say ekwo de o me na mom code of conduct ne de check why come
but my Jerry me issue kakra on that yin say e was Ghana yenya Ghana hodo.
That's right.
What I say? I will see nya on mine hodo. Yenya tenkama on mine say the more ye boneno na etia on na ebra on mine no. It is here the sa adwene mo foforo ye no. E hye ye ntrimu a de mampanyi eken ese we ma osika 120,000 cedis come and declare. Nipa no kra ntwen. Emma ye pese sika ne ma no. What I say? No abasa oba be declare. It is say yan conscientize ye ho say nyeda bia na yesika sika and we said the bia nipa che sika e we said wo hwe ni mo ameje 10% of this and sa na ma no say ye hwe ni ejai sa de no a sa sika no kra wo kan kra no nya de a e be bampo na ya kwa koboso kwa koye bi okay
and kra say ye no ye say ye de hye yakomam na ye nyina yakase meye appointee di o mampani akan et say midi so ne say de be ye adwuma de aka bia ma problem bi ani wo na me de da bia na me ka say you say wo twen say nipa ni change na attitude de e be ye den na mo me mra no na e be change wu eni nti na so obi free
na se be ya wo be hunu sa so mesia komo be
into monitoring mechanisms ben and yedi ba be gu woni ehun say Jerry adamfo bi ye minister ana me kwa akwacha ne 30,000 ebesi den na nipa na kwa declare e dia monitoring mechanisms ben ti ekwo ne de say yitim hunu
na mmara hye de bia me ka wa ha mekoso aka ye papa ye hu ha but as to say ye be hwe edi so up to the latter no ya na edin maye
good etina yen call the fourth one tina say no ye hwemu a ba ko de ye man 50%. But ye share 1 and 3 ne dia it has been done inti ye fan say mienu de wa ye completely and na 2 ne ye partially
done
partially done and na number 4 or say hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget.
I think that no so yeah.
National economic dialogue in the by resultant effect, you know. And the fiscal consolidation program,
to guide the budget.
It's way to me a partially done. Because me say yeah, national economic dialogue but the results they say you sampa yetimi enya sa fiscal consolidation ebe guide the budget in a year ko yenim kakra. It's way so far no so partially done.
Okay.
Good.
Now you call the fifth point.
The fifth point. Within my first 90 days in office, scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardships and ease the high cost of doing business. E-levy, COVID levy, 10% levy on betting winnings, and emission levy.
Okay.
It is a yeshoma, a hand number 5, and also a partially done because E-levy out. Betting is echo emission
class almost your mind
emission there by that and fine year juma we implement it but not a woman but we implement it and no so
it is a covid no
it is a covid and akoka no so no watch say womugu process so it is say womutimi ehwe na womutum say your IMF no money ade it is say economic team no etena so mu hawa eye covid nenso ye beyi eno so e dey free one nti number 5 nenso ye partially done.
Number 6
within my first 90 days in office review taxes but your friend is saying our brand to which
that's money
that's how take my because you better tabulations you know so it number 1 what you indicate number 1 it is done. Number 2, partially done. Number 3, there be number 3 is done. Say code of conduct in the aba.
Okay.
Into number 3, and so done. And now number 4, partially done. Number 5,
is partial.
And also partially done. Number 6, and also number 6 in here. I want you to know. It's number 6. Within my first 90 days in office. Review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes and also not done. And no one was going to share so we
then all the bemos why
why the guys why
yes all the aba
one ma taking in Ghana
want to
David and there's one here David and yeah and course okra now we have some more car business him into encoy and the encoy the taxes on levies on vehicles and the equipment imported, especially for industrial and agricultural process. So President Chiremu and it's in the process, according to the president. But you know, for the purposes of these discussions, not done.
But
in the process, and just say why?
Obeka say was started process.
Oh, why? Yeah, that's correct. And the one Chiremu is not done. It's not done. Yeah.
Okay.
It's number 6, not done. Number 7, commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for implementing the 24-hour economic policy under the office of the president.
Drafting no mashasi.
Drafting is 24-hour wamaboy amane. Wamo unse 24-hour economy and yawo obi a oshe 24-hour economy so I've forgotten the name.
Guzi Tando.
Guzi. It's wamuguso, but wamunye. It's for the purposes of this, and you're not done.
done.
Not done. Yeah.
Number
It's number
8.
7, not done. Now let's go to number 8. Establish an accelerated export development council to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation.
So maintain one.
Into when so it's in the process.
Okay.
And also one more year. So on say the city no. And also for the purposes of ye hano, ye pay dia wa ye, dia 1 year, near dia toto ho. And also in the process brackets but not done. Number 9, convene a national consultative conference on education to build consensus on needed improvement to the sector. Say education consensus on the sector. They say the results
as to how whether they have represented their report to the president.
When also partially done.
Oh, but done.
Okay.
It's been done.
Okay.
I can't
forum it has been done. Okay. That's right. You bet you they be free. But number 9 is done.
Yes.
It's done. Number 9.
Number 10.
Number 10. Implement the no academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions, universities, colleges of education, nursing training institutions, etc. Number 10. And also 1 more year. Into number 10, not done.
Number 11.
Number 11. Introduce the following social interventions: free tertiary education for persons with disabilities. The Ghana Medical Care Trust, that's Mahama Cares Fund. It's a hand partially done because disabilities for the no enya juma. Nemo Mahama Care no. Number 11, Yoma launch Amam for Kra Sika Elkumun se wa instruct and our directing appointees no will be added a 1 month salary at the bedroom. So number 11 also partially done. Number 12, commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. And also that's been done. And also say one distribution. No, say no distribution costing.
And now the kind of planner
because you want distribution plan. But you say we launch it into the you be done. And then you need to.
But as you say,
say you to distribution plan. It has been done. No distribution plan in the say you to me. Okay, number 13. Institute inquiries and all forensic audits into the following matters of the public interest: the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis, illegal printing of money, the 58 million National Cathedral scandal, illegal and inflated single source contracts, COVID-19 expenditure scandal, PDS, EJAPA, SML, ambulance spare parts deal, 13th African Games, Skytrain, Pualugu Dam, Max said Galamsey, fraud, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators and tricycles, Sputnik V, Bust scandal, Bust scandal, and others. Until we know the fight against corruption in one sem. You say, what must start it? Send the say scandals in Ibio, woman initiated investigative process. Ebu also they are yet. It's a 100 number 13. Rebecca said partially done. No results be answer my because the year can you per results no. I deal when that on results bang the year achieve. So say the city and into way no number 13. Your man partially done. After number 14. Institute a government policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets. It has been done. There was code of conduct anymore. That's money number 14 done. Because there was code of conduct anymore. 15. Number 15. Allocate seed money for the establishment of the Women Development Bank and also done. And on with the 50 million budget and also launch the following priority and number 16. Number 16, launch the following priority job creation programs in the first budget: a Juma Wura program, National Apprenticeship program, and 1 million coders program. It has been done.
Yes.
Number 16 and so done.
Done.
On my year. Number 17. Commence the review of the Customs Amendment Act 2020 to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles. Medium upa. And I was part of the meeting. Yokokoshia trade minister.
Okay.
Na me kan ho bi.
Okay.
And Yokoshia honorable. No, it has not been done.
Okay.
It is number 17. Not done. When trade minister can say president assure us obey. Okay. But for now, woman ye. Number 18, lay before Parliament a new bill streamline government scholarship administration, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships, and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in awarding government scholarships. And we one ya bill na dey say Parliament afi no mba beko wo ko recess no we say afi no beko back it wo mo kwa and as bills we ne beko it number 18 so not done not done because we nyam for Parliament wo mo nyintu mo. Now number 19 ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves, roll out Tree for Life and Blue Water Initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment
by turning areas and water
bodies degraded
by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery.
But we know
blue water
so my and Tree for Life and so say no almost has here no
okay
we must see it
partially
and we are partially done because emrane de no so woman the call Parliament.
Now no me say Ghana coalition against say can ashigbe na me who papers we say okabibi say omotimi a reclaim some thousands of hectares of land. It is to aso sa ebebo anti baby a omo ebeye reclamation then they plant the trees there.
That Tree for Life now year.
Yes.
It's number 19 no
19
partially done. Okay, now you call number 20. Launch the Black Star Experience Initiative as Ghana's flagship culture, arts and tourism brand to transform Ghana into a preferred tourism destination.
I think it's done.
It has been done, yes. Oh my year.
Number 21.
Number 21. Commence investigative process to purge state security agencies of all militia and vigilante elements. Enti we know meaning I had never heard say an investigative process be koso at the security sector na ebe me hu say vigilante elements in a woman. For now I can't confirm.
I have no idea. So we can say it's not done.
So it's not done because say one more commence investigative process be to be a security matters no be so ana be no more ye but they be and share that my public I don't so we can't confirm. Now number 22 reopen investigations into major unresolved criminal cases including the 2020 election killings, Ayawaso West gone by election violence, murder of Ahmed Hussein Swale and Salas Woluchame. Unse we no one match ebia so unse wo hwe Ahmed Swale die say yet say yate one of the suspects nominee ade nti anu say ekoso but election 2020 violence in the maintain ho hwe and Ayawaso West Wagon there no so yente ho hwe. Number 22 partially done. Number 23 initiate a probe into the man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage from the Kosomo and Pong dams that displaced and destroyed the livelihoods of thousands of citizens in the Volta, Eastern and Greater Accra. Okay, probe no
de minim so almost
started. Or announces probe no I think State of the Nation's address.
But almost started.
But maintain they have started a probe.
And them say individuals are now and omokoye dam spillage victims no be atoye. That is what I remember.
And to probe into Akosomo man-made disaster no and no for now
it's not done.
Yes, but one also it did say 24 initiate immediate steps to compensate the flood victims, including those in the Oti Mono East and Savannah regions, one also package before them. But as to say package in the con, yes,
in the budget,
but package in yes, but so woman deliver no. What the one also budget in the media, you can say it's done because something commenced.
Yeah,
until at least Rebecca say it's done. Now 25.
Okay.
Carry out a shake-up of all laws-making SOEs and realign them to break even and transition into profit-making. It's in the process because we share SOEs now. Abenyuma, state-owned enterprises.
Yeah.
Yes, and also at least partially done for now.
I think that's the
partially
last
done.
one.
No, the last one. That's my family. You see, I tabulations now. Na yehu entirely their way and they are partially.
The number one done. 1, 2, 3.
Done.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So far 10 out of 10. The 25. 10 fully done.
Fully done. Okay.
And then partially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Partially done. No, 8. Let's say 7 and na on year according to yan dia yabobo so ha yabon 1 let's say 7 and na on year okay. So this is now we'll calculate here 72%. No, yeah, nana one only mass no there.
Masicha would tell me that me ba me bisa no.
The 72% they say a metia.
One grading.
Because one grading no 72%. But me yeah back envelope calculation now.
That you can say
72 no. Because a year 25 by 100 times 72. Say I'm right. Me what? A year 25 with the calculating is here. Into yeah share 25. Hey, there you you share the away no the year near saying the owie ni nyina 18 say and 18 rather with the year partially done in come into year 18 18 partially 8 and a done near 10 and 18 by 100 times 25 yes. Am I right?
And times 100. 18 over 25 times 100.
Times 100, yes.
Hey,
72, baby. Because which let's say JDM we didn't credit because it won't say yen so which let's say yen so you man here no you follow the keenly because na enya ono ne de obeka na beka ho asem yen de da ya numu no internet say 72% ne de or them lafa.
I lecture about Professor Bimema 75.7.
Baby, crime 90%.
36.
But what munya is if 36. Oh, but you can't correct there. Now you share analysis objectively. Yeah, 72%. And that one we calculate, you know, them yopo come. It's your coin.
My Jerry money ajuma. I was for me bamonche. You calculate here no side ye mampanyi e man ho 72% no. Edemu yopo de waye de wahase a wonwie e na de ofa ne nsanka ye kora ya keke ne nyina bom atete bia firimu e de bia keka ho a multiply atoms e divide e ne nya 72%. Nti me ba mo so na afi mo so de mo woka e wo ho no na mo aka good man Mahao asumasi awaba ho maso. Hello. Mahai. Dr. Newman.
Yeah, mami.
Nyamiadum now so
you what mami, what pa.
Madam ma itio.
You medas mami. Me man 50%.
Oh, that's not man nice. I didn't man 50%.
Mommy, me.
Me
You
too.
man 50% in it. Okache say, o man edmenya, o man mo yedene. O ba so fe no ma no be so e dem no e wata be mu. Na me the best me. It is now okache say why ma percentage 72%. Me no who that percentage no. Me e bin ka me. It made the who say the okay no fair and I said no fair. Until some people do many be here. Time be go form. Me to go 5 cities and not 2 cities no. We say they are now coming on and they are major soon. Because Rebecca, why be here? No, Rebecca. Yeah, this me for and Rebecca say ampa. That's why I say about percentage thing. I hope I jam on that tell about all. What about can obey at least that. So we going know when you pass mark. It's me the mommy, my man 15.
Me da say what join no me da say hello my hi.
Mejo so mami ama.
Me ba chodi ni be bia frefi.
Me dey akafia phobia me kata pre kantamanto.
Wadorma it's you.
Me mamumo ele adwuma so amode sum o my Ghana area bele. Mami ama 120 days sem ya body atutu ya mo kekatre ya yesi etiegu. Mami sir mo say 72%. That is why ya the yes sir. The button so. What is or your campaign or can say what the primary schools have a car parent teachers and education what is there? Mame, it won't be. Mame, Otamanga.
Me ba cha me te won kapa.
Me say it won't be ana.
O se die na won bi
Also the private school back car pre-education no.
no dia na enka 120 days no ho.
Okay. That is 100%, 52% now. Mo boss say, why are you no? Me who say,
Me da say wadwen kire no me da say pi. Ma hi, hello.
Me so.
Ba chodi ni be bia frefi.
Mimi tutupachi.
Yo, tutupachi. Yetio.
Me da say masumbo do me kwa benya. O si briketo si bantima krotia ho fa hima ma me bia makwafo. Mo ni adwuma wate. Fanchia PC ma me bra ma Jerry ma me. Yakupo nshira oli ni na. Ani ofada kapre. Ma me wonim. Mani agye na manya rehyimu kese soronko a abrode na me wodada ne so. On say eye pa se moye moadwe se munyi hwebuada. Sabi nipa bi mo to Ghana pa ahwi se wonim sa. Ebi mu fa enye ye bi mti obi ento ya adwenim na obi anya de tombo no ne enko. Bet mo waba munya nkansa enu nti na John Dramani Mahama bae bosumi nine anase ni 120 days na aso nkoba kasa yero nka me pem kuntabu emu na ye de tali ni de na akwese obema ne ho fans bi na nke di adachi bi kra wakope gold chain bi atoto ono ane hukum abubo ne ho abaso be mu ye calculation tali atali pepepe mame enu kwa ye lidaso kese se papa ne nye na dwe so obema ne ho fans no obekachiro bi se bebo wusem mame nsema ya de na uchedi ampo Yakupo nshiramo na onhye Mahama den mama ni mma na refi adwene da omma ne nkaye adwene na omu omani ye nanie Ghana kapre sempoate kuni dama akodi ni nche no ntentente no so taboshe no onchi amafo mu afiase on no yobia hu se ampa wa ye ready so bebu ma no no Ghana ho bare mama Yakupo nshirao
onshira so me da sipi. Hello my hi.
Mejo so.
Eja ni monie yankoi.
Ni amini. Wo ya de.
Adumara kwa me ho ye pa.
Na Ghana fo bi no so pa de. Me hwe wo ma yi bia me ala mente. Obi di na no bobo nsam so na so onye ya. Mo ji ama nsam 2%. That what you love you when I yi ma bet everyone is 72.
Ejani mo utie ye bobo so no se da tie ye.
Me tie ba.
Utie ye bo me ne Mark Jerry bobo so no utie ye.
Na se mo bobo ansam so sa ya mo bobo so bia nu awaye.
Entinya enna mi de ntia mi bisa me ba twen de ntia mi bisa on sa ne se wo se Ghana fo bi no pa eyo no amampanyin no e no mark na ho 72%. Enti nienti o mark na ho 72%. Yenso ye digu yankunta agu fom. Ye calculate yampa enema ni bo ho a waye. Ebi o ho nso a wode ne nsa aka onwie ye. Ebi nso so onfa ne nsa aka akora. Enti wo keka bom titi bi firi mani ade a. Sa pepepe na gina 72%. Eno na ne ye boy nsema ne se wadi no krama ne ho. Wadi no krama Ghana fo.
Adia no ba wa ya wa Ghana. Anya mambeti ni ayi a oyi firi wa anu bo anu wa ya. Adia ba fa ya wa Ghana.
Eja no mo tie ye mpa ne wa ye nyina e boboss.
Some na me ton ha fa shiri no ye chesi to abi. And then why I work on 72% ya mo bo njem.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, drink today. Ma, hi, hello.
Biama.
Yes.
Unu fi Madina.
Ah, Ofi. Ibi aboko there.
Biama why ya de pa o. Even sasabon something. Also why ya de ama wiaze. Na fi Mahama. Ka fe so kai o amen 100% o. What is 72? One small check after 72. I don't know. The pennyman, Miss Booker says to Boja. It was straight to Miss Booker says to Yamahama or to know why you're 72%. But Yama, Mamma Castle, my jelly. Oh, yeah, do my jelly, no, or two Buja could see. I get ya, Miss Ola member. The other Mekaya, Uba Wuchiano, who tell you. It's a plus maybe so some weapon or there, your Magelli. Who come in, who makes a radio that who became Tiano. Magelli, it's your two Buja could see. I saw one start to program. Listen, me, but I'm not looking at the amount of us and say, well, but I'm a diano. Means all about Onchia, Madame Mechanical. I didn't wish I had who said him. Or you call me here, a Buruma him, or you call me, or two Buja could see. Magelli Tiana and Sana, if you read your Ludaco, the power of Miss it was too good for what I'm also woman.
Hey, any asam na yata. Did I say Mechiano, hello.
Hello,
ma hi.
Mejo so mediane na nakwa me am free ni boy town e na wi anya me asum je nkan
so
ya phone na ya che ma jare so ma me
ye ti odo
na kakra me kan se akontabu no de no na mabu no na ya da mampani mahamase na na juma pa wa ye to 120 days na enu so be ye de sense a wo hwe enema a ode egu akwa mu ene dollar kura se na nkan na akontabu ho eso na nyame adom edwadifo omokoba yi Oma we say ejina ba from bo amane ma so eden ebo na ba from ama yesu na wato ene fuoli mo ana mo kita ka sa motoka ene nyame adom ba from amamo so ati ase be yesre transport minister wanya ho adwuma na rolo fe ne so yen fro trotro na de ne so ebi meka yen na omane mpunto ne so ye ne nye aka meka ne se no kwale de ba ko pe no kwale bi ene wa ye kan mienu Opian Majuma Papa Yoga John the Money Mama or Castle by 120 days in Obey. And now sanitary party, Oguso, yes. So I said, I made the Mecca Crowd as sanitary party and say, Young Miani local one, ya, so dear one home me factory, and me and ya. One pagan and you no baby, no one funny can touch. They send a bear or no so bad my farmer of the or mining punto acronym. And a gold side and so on yan and my day. And to show you because minimum gold, you know, a cow marry a babuam or $1.2 no bay, a bab bar for the city in the bitch in a year and one day. In my papa, about 70% in a crowd is shot. Or when you're more than 90 crowd, will be in 120 days. We buy 180 years.
Medasipe. Follow me on my page on TikTok, Woman Gada. Follow me there, and then you like, you share, and then near share boom ewo. Mahai.
BMZ 1.
Yes. Abobedi or Bapadin.
Midase ho we dodoa
udini baby afrefi
polo mani dodoa
okay polo mani yetio
correct me che obi biara na ne omo ne se me abiti he percentage de enhia Ghana fu ye pe ade a papa ne be ya be benefit nyina okrum ha ena enhia ye won na MPP fo ni die se wo woni mama ye di obetun ye bia nso so no anya dia wo be ehie omo Isi no munya bo traffic crowd na ye be chichi omo yes ka Ghana sika omo dwene nyina afi be tinti ndi mama ye nyina na enso omo ani what you say don mama why ade o bi ni so why ade nti ye bom pai di pai bo time e chi se e bo se bi o se biara obedi so what you say nti me di nyame jamo
Meda sipi. Mahai.
Mami nama
Efo.
leke fanama.
Efo. Wezo.
Yo wezo.
Yenko.
Elenia.
Yo.
Mami diama etebe dina utie sembia. Eya wrefo paawo. Ye beti mu nyina. Oh, this kind of mami diama. Today ajani mo ba no kan. Enye yesi eya na chief mo wa baby abenu sa abenu bi. Yesi wo di wanu do tire o se da ebi ngo omo pese. Mami diama.
Efo to asumeti wo. Ode wa no do nwira ebi nwo.
Enye maye wenu na eka o. Mami diama me no kasa sisi ai. And then Kosia adu 4 cities. Cement adu 1.2. Oh, and to bana ya ye and omanu ye akakakra omanu ye ba dollar do say and the cement ye 126. I know and never be ajo mama kan ordinary make am say mi beye mama ke mi beye we na mu card ya mu boss for be bre no ordinary make and no sadi no do anu carrier o me ye nti me expect say me me phone me ba na be kase Wabar when you see me money in cash on your bibia. Let me man, I'm 3%.
Medase pay wa dwenche eno no ai Mahai. Nebonsu. Eti asante no. Ukuma pema. Apemba ba na pimpim su di akire. Yeah. Eni mjane.
Oyele ba Michelle pa ko for ba so metia no ofi ifi wani o so do agba wi amu ate
Obia Johnson
ho ismi de no kakra me can say 20 days president ngoro o twa be o fitem o tete o so 72%. They say obi am say dollar that you stabilize. Then so about him they say dollar stabilize no. This is sweat pan echo.
Edian echo.
Sweat. The cost of papa. If you don't say no, obey the guy, and at the same time, and I want to cook myself. Or you are 50. Or say, come on, pa. That's what I said if you could wallow. Yes, sir. 50. If you are not, you are my pa. At the time, the Libya make cafe. Ye yaki abuso that bia no Ghana for the kunyere maye na media for muka sama ye betie amata sama ko ni do board na ya bo isho
Meda sipi last call me ba chow di ni baby afrefem. Hello Mahai. Hey, Nare. Hello, Mahai. Hello. Oh, Safabi Bako Pesa. When I will bend here, all the other thing na Yakoma Gui. Yes, Safabi. Aquaba. Aye, here go. Galamse ne ka ho ni nyina ya keka ni nyina bo
galamse ne ka ho pa dia me man 5%.
Oh,
if you say galamse no o ma kasa constituency ne regional executive net ma o mu tu a regional chairman kura Bruce Street.
Na 120 days no hwemu abampanyo betumi e de 120 days I and galamse.
Oh, what me and the ko betumi ye bia mi mu sa no abran.
So omo kan say omo beti blue water hwan squad no I know omo aye ohu eno omo aye
no ma che mukina anta no bra so no ma che mukina
yema ne bre obeye why
yema ne bre
yema ne bre ebre ne bechire sofuma me da se e was afọ ha na ye de yen course ni nyina ye de mo ebesi and issues bebre and ababegu aproso ya ye behwe ne etimi abobo ho na ye hunu baby asusan ede bode ho no ebefa ai baby asusan ede bode ho no ebefa Mm. Rema, me per messages so. Per messages okay. Aha. Yeah, ba ye. Na him na ya no moto data wade no so sa. Ko fa din for us na ba. Ye stubbornness. Comments appeal 2 and was 120 days 120 day of doom sacking of workers, increase in electricity and water tariffs. Galamsey destroyed our cocoa farms and water bodies. Yatu Abenu Yahu. Special greetings to Hajia Safia Mohammed, incoming NPP National Women's Organizer, hopeful. And Thomas Ohene Boache. Okay, also the DM Abba. Bedi Akon Bahama P Ebenezer. I really like your show all the time. My regards to Bono East Regional Women's Organizer, hopeful. Honorable Ado, Youth Organizer, hopeful. Okay, Bedi Akon Bahama P Beneza. Hey, Ejabata Putin. Hey, they said here. Munyina mudi biya keka mudin home. JDM 120 days so far so good. Any objective mind without being mischievous and intrinsically obsessed with partisan politics will attest to the fact that we are in the right direction as a country under JDM leadership. A lot has been done even within this 120 days period. He has really provided leadership. That's what Ghanaians are looking for. Although we are not there yet, if we can see a quarter of this prudence under the erstwhile regime, Ghana would have been in a much, much better place. Many will agree with me that the energy crisis and the fight against illegal mining is what seems to be a daunting task. But the most important thing is that he has shown commitment to the fight against illegal mining, especially warning his appointees. Ejabata wonsam no edoso akuti so humna de free eba ye. Afei Enoch Tetekwame GH Asamanka say President Mahama 120 days in office far better with positive results, and this clearly shows Ghana is in good hands. With His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ghana will surely work again. Greetings to Madi Jibril, Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC. Joshua Segbaji, Jerry and Mommy Soldier, good work done from Volta region. Thank you so much, Joshua. Joseph Achiao, the leanest and how much is he paying them? Ghanaians want to know the cost. Mahama Dumso Mami Biama, if he has 72% in 120 days, then after 4 years he will mark himself 1 billion %. Kofi Nat, you guys should also have to compare their expenditure. Nanado was 300 million and John Mahama was 2.7 billion. Hey, Mark Jerry, the 126 was Nanado first term, but the second term was 86 ministers. So do your corrections. Okay, we got it. Omar Abbas, Mami, the government has done it all. The minority has nothing to say, and Ghanaians are witnessing what we voted for. The minority leader must be arrested for the missing containers, and by the end of this year, the dollar will be 5 cedis. Manuel Jesse, Mami, the way you are defending Mahama, did you defend another? Right, the Ghana. Hey, Ofa Bengu is now. Ofa Nefa is now. Anyway. Joshua, somebody must say, I like your voice, the way you smile. Me da sippy Enoch Tetekwame GH Asamanka say, I think I've read your own. Meshak Asante, I even disagree with President Mahama for giving himself 72%. He has done more than that. So I will give him 90%. The most exciting part is the exchange rate is around 13 cedis to $1 when it was 17 cedis under NPP. JDM Aiko, Sandra Banafonos, you people are not serious. How can you add partially to fully done? Your English is poor, pa. Yeah, that's it. English, madam. Yeah, that's it, pa. Why? Yeah, that's it. Una ni bibia. Massa Wood, Kumase Bantama, and I say, President Mahama's first 120 days in office was all about terminations of appointments, the unlawful suspension of the Chief Justice, politics of retaliation, Rambo style of raiding former government appointees' house, using NIB to silence the media, 24-hour economy is nowhere to be found, missing ECG containers, illegal mining is still ongoing, and the almighty Dumso. Is this the resetting Ghana agenda policy they promised? Regards to former KMA boss, Honorable Sampine. Afei Wisdom Gambo Komla. Mark Jerry, you can grade in 1%. No one cares. Hey, yes. But okay. Okay, I think that you for nabem. Okay, I think that I'll end Azua. Was it Adadua Ba Ebenezer or say or was sharing live from Agomwa Simbrofo Community Center. Biama, in just 120 days in office as president, you can clearly see and feel respect and authenticity around Ghana's presidency. James Mensah Mame, it's 120 days of practicality versus theory. Theory 72%. Practicality 5%. This is what our age-old curriculum teaches us. Mystic Wonder, Avuko, inside in Swadreji. Good afternoon to you, Mami Soja. Looking at the 120-day social contract between President Mahama and Ghanaians, President Mahama has proven beyond a reasonable doubt that he is in to rescue Ghana and leave a legacy. Paul, I'll give him 80%. Abra Phobia, I'll give JDM 70% so far. Ufina Mame, tell the NDC supporters that NPP left the dollar 14.25 to the cedi, not 17. Okay, may that say, I think, sir, may the messages, ABC, Ewahana, say, answer will continue later. A neat FM 90 and that was so egua otieno. Be chame hotel, me bape pepa. Yeah, and some bosona and then some I bosono 1 minute to 120 days of President Mahama and ratings by some various institutions and no ewo yura edubwahe ne memoir no so de ba ye and no mche expose national security operations ewo o church sika 48 to 49 million o church wo mo etwetwa ma wo mo ene ho kro ne ba CJ remover Justice Atuguba and what is bo NPP amayoko so wo ye nya papa Atuguba accuses NPP of pure hypocrisy. And number 4, answer declaration, non-compliance and introduction of code of conduct for government officials, a good move or a tougher sanctions needed. I was for me try me hotel na majenkratwa me ba pepa sani ensem na etie no ye bebo bosu se tew e de amamo try me say a menko.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya jon to ma miensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ni a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Wo den kanu tumu ho. Me be mo anu so hye kura dia ka ho. Wo hwade wepi ho. O ka se batete e da fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up a baba worry.
Aso.
Ye fear say this way chocolate drink ya sorry no pa no ne nom. Ye be chef fridge nom no say snack. Ye nya hoho anu ne de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne nom. And this way no ti anu a. He se kire wom, koko wom, brick wom, bibia wom. Ade wo hia ni so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Article 1 yeah.
woso. Despite media, asanso de woso ho ababiemu. Last year de no eye ka behwe na this year de ebeye dutwam. Wabo ho ana. Waya krado. Ya nante apopom de. Beka despite media, MTN and EcoBank ho.
Na nyame ya adom a me boso me de to so edu. Yentu pasa, yeni nkomo, yentinitini yembomu. Se de ebeye a ya bomoden sem ne bekoyi.
Ebeye nika keke. O favorite presenters what despite media, UTV, Peace FM, OK FM, Neat FM, Hello FM. Woman yina. Eba woki ebi.
Yebeshia ewa yi mensa to boots. Anoba na sa homachi no num pepe.
A face special ice mineral water and a special drinks. Anonuma di nyina. Yebecha bi wo hono. O favorite celebrities wo Ghana nyina. Wo yesini anyontofuo, mrahebedwafuo, ministers. Wo nyina eba health work ebi.
The best medicine in the world. Yes. To be exercised. Yes. Day. Yes. After even 1 week. Yes. Or 100 years. It's the party song. Everybody move your legs. It's the party song.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, brought to you by Momo from MTN. High sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Special drink, naturally special. Blue Jeans energy drink for bold and active men and women. Best point savings and loans. Your dream, our business.
This way chocolate drink. Don't hear any unsushi. Kojak Pharmacare, trusted always. Kivo, champion taste.
Capital O2, home of natural remedy. Lizori food, good food you can eat. Yummy yogurt and nourishing choice. Angel Bakery, feel the taste.
Grace Phytoclinic, we diagnose to treat. Yesha unipediemu. Ansana yasawiyadie. Games on Wheels, your best option in games rental. Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic, the end to all chronic diseases. Sister Spices, the deeper
Content events and equipment. Vital Wellness. Experience the ultimate massage. Soothing chill spa and grooming. Nurture your body. Soothe your mind.
Joy Industries Limited. Good health brings joy. Jim Ike Workout. Million Skills.
Hi, Lady Virgin. Oba Wokotsi.
Aya wuso, woso, 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 woso.
Everybody move your legs so.
Yawaha. Hey, Ghana for. My dear, if you want to please everybody, you end up pleasing no one. And you're the home better, and you're the man for Becca. It's what a car. You're the home better. What's I say? Yamia dome guess na ebi abba akebi so ewe china ke. But you Roma me train why bemena bempa. Me do wiase me dofo me train me show anim etibo modi ane yuti wa hanam mami huna ma feel papa. Bisa ya wasanita no an awie ye mo ha.
Me Joseph mami.
Na empom to say.
Ya me hira me.
Na yesu ase. Na why ye fair. From head to toe.
Hey!
Na anot oh, we are managing in fact, my manager 360. Hey, no.
Na kieva.
Oh, na man ti bem no esa upe yi mano. What are they? See I want to MC yi mano. Monday.
Na wo be pay me man.
O say. Emma no nim lie.
Don't make that mistake. Because I say JSS, John Luha. Now, Madame Fubia, no, a contractor, big time guy.
Wow.
Now, up your girl be. And now, or catch up your damn for so when you're not a live man. Obehu ya nan, not just why yafa.
Remember, no more.
Dear, don't try.
We mistake or by yafa.
Madame for Ben man, your lie, madam.
I'll tell me, he said a lot or adote.
No, the may send him.
And I aluti.
Aluti.
But your name is adote. Okay. It's adote say, on yes, sir. Aha, on one year basa.
Anka.
Nanake. Hey, Nanake, dear, me so. Me pacho. Nanake, dear, me bra. On your basa.
Try an arrow first.
Nanake, on your basa. Nanake, just a bacho. Nanake, tessa. Mesrel, Satano. Nanake, tessa.
Yo, Martin.
Or no, you're so abofu. Nanake, or you're quite a gentleman. Or you're quite a gentleman. Mesrel. Omo, he's quite a gentleman. Please. Nana baby, I will be a mature, Miss Roy and a brand. I'm a film. Matron. It's better video.
Mama said, "Me no anymore."
Oh, but I was to prep to us. No, but now they are to make us. Oh, I don't think Pacho Aquaba. Now, Obesiano, so what is saying?
Yamiado.
Yeah, there is what I say. Yeah, poor me no one come more serious part. No, I try make a baby. Good. And for President John Dramani Mahama, 120 days and ratings by some institutions, NDC just said the performance is good. Ene honkwa ne ba just bobia kan fono ene ade alote na adote
mami fa kunya we nchia
because one our president here I have to give you that
yeah president ona na ban
ona na ban
mami nchia etiefo nyina na omo hwe ye nso social media ewia mechi obia mami nchia ya wo studio na me fa nchia kese nso ma ora John Dramani Mahama ampa wachese waebida ewe michia no na michia me mame nso Dr. Valerie Soya mami ora Mahama enra marked the 120 days in office or starting ejuma as the president of Ghana na menu nyina be dia tum say ohwe ye governance landscape na on say ora Mahama abujuma papa e ade bi obia dia tum my radio, ni TV, every corner. Obia say he's on the right path, and he has done very well. Like you said, no, we need to also look at the impact. Then look at, say, we maintain and sustain some of the things. But in terms of the leadership and governance, he has set the pace. Yeah, call your name. And I think say, near during the campaign time, no, I can say, the man has been there before. So we need to give the job to an experienced person, experienced hand. And until now, pay Jumana say show you CV. You see, you be work experience. Every man so everything shows that the man is full of what experience. Niama previous government in the first term no uncle you can see that he has departed far away from it. Now whatever he learned from it, so he's putting up in the measures to correct those things. This time around NC. Na ye di oman so share ni nsema at the time na oman no ma me nyina agi to no say na niam asai kra enti it was right say Ghana for edi sa to me ni share ni nsem obi a we very experienced and it happens in most institutions say company be cut down na say open CEO we pe CEO or vast experience, so much experience to be able to manage and correct niam na enko ye no, and that is what Ghana for on the 7th of December. Until once again, I mean that Ghana for Nancy. Say Omuti in Sema ye kan no. Omuti etuma na enda nyamia sinsu nyame e bom pa no so etie say be a Ghana eko dru ye no. Experienced hand was the only person we needed to change things. And a Ghana for so nyame tie empire bo na Ghana for so e di empire bo no so e adwuma. We thank them, and the man has done very well. So far, so good, on the right path. Leadership and governance, economic issues on the right path, job creation on the right path. I agree. Say it's too early to give vivid analysis of the impact because in economics, every policy be you're near a gestation period, and until now, when you are calculating inflation, they wait for the month to end. They look at the impact of the various variables in the basket. IHS said they have had impact on the value of the inflation. The same way, policy idea by a Jumara, training your youth now, they have business proposal, that's what we call the bankable projects. About 10,000 of them we are expecting to submit their documents. We will support them. No? And it will take time to have impact on employment and so on and so forth. We share 1 million coders in Insua. It will take time for us to see how many people have been trained coding to support the small business. They need IT, apps to do their work. Usually Mahama care or the buy into the same. Some of the soft things are already by like controlling people's attitude towards work. The values we have, our systems, that's the code of conduct of the buy and so with time, you will see say if you are following, things will be streamlined. And we'll block the leakage. You can't say code of conduct will completely eliminate all the leakage, but at least we'll be able to block some of the leakages to be firm because they have set the tone. Say will be making sure say if it's of this value, you declare it and you have to pay tax on it. The do's and don'ts. Then you code. So we sure everything on track. Now there were issues with girl-child education in both primary JSS and SHS, and one of the factors who say those girls point that they needed to use sanitary pad because some of the people in the villages they recorded absenteeism.
Okay.
And this was a researcher, those in education and until now Orama Makan says Ghana for na dom na semudishin isema he will give out free sanitary pad. So and also like I said we have to measure the impact.
Man launch and now must start saying
yes,
what is the
over
plan?
3 million. Yeah, teacher schools you can check all the government schools. Of course, private schools I'm not sure mostly it's about the government schools. Secondary schools say 90% or 95% government. Into Ukwa over 3 to 6 million for the primary JSS omunya 3 sanitary packs because one for each month. Then the secondary school semester omunya 4 packs.
Okay.
And it's going on. So question is the researcher once they are not receiving we have to go back and check the student absenteeism and we say is it reducing? Is it having impact?
So we know every year EBS some kokoche.
Yes, every semester, every term. And until now budget na so omunya 3 for the primary JSS side na 4. Until about close to 3 to 6 million every semester they will share.
Do you
does
the government intend to include the private sector in this
private school?
Not private school, like contracting private companies
to manufacture
or to help in the sharing?
Oh no, sharing they say they have the school structure. Schools here will headmasters, your teachers, but boarding house here will paying
because already there are private companies omono afatu omuhuso appeal kakra no map gather, then they take them to the various schools near them. Those people would they continue like that?
Mommy, I will encourage say continue.
Okay.
Because I bind the
and now no more cat be my ones for no.
For now, I mean to me and can one same side. But if the private NGOs they are able to mobilize now, say I have more over them. It means to me you see as excuse for not going to school.
Stay at home.
Ebia on say I buy a chair because of can be new until is it 3 any 4.
Okay.
On say flow no it's of various degrees. Into 3 no ebia.
It be a heavy, it be a light.
Exactly. Into say see 1 pack for a month ebia you see 1.5 pack depending on the person's situation.
Yeah.
In America say the NGOs they should continue to share it. Now enough.
More.
Say impact nanka affecting education will not record that impact again because now you can't give any excuse say man go school because of the ABCD. Utie stories about concerning poverty prone areas like say central region, upper east and upper west. Some of these things were cited for teenage pregnancy. Say most of the time the reason why I'm paying for any more than say they go to take money to buy sanitary pad. Now those were some of the stories are yet of central region. So we are expecting all this to have impact and reduce these social vices, absenteeism, teenage pregnancy, until I will encourage say any private sector don't stop. So that thing is also there.
And then another thing so na obi me call about can say and no more no local one, the local manufacturer because me can say previous government was no as any AGIOs something. And you know, mutin komo, and almost more contracted, then also near maybe home craft free outside Eba and Sana, locally manufactured one yet me and because of production costs in Tino. What is your government doing about that?
So that's why I mean Obi Biara all come about local production. Many Sani Panaya are doing 100%.
Okay.
Then our industry here will have easy funds. Only says the government say we pay 6 million sanitary packs for every term Companies say we have already market of 6 million clients.
Okay.
Until they will produce more. When they are producing more, they will employ more hands. Until it will have impact on unemployment. It will reduce unemployment. After some companies bet you have tax or buying, bet you have SNIT. Until we will have more money in pension funds to invest into real estate and all those things. See, I support 100%, and I know say that is what the government will be doing. But when say who start here the ABR to sustain it, you can't just say may train local production. You have to first of all revamp and I say support the local production and to meet the demand.
Okay.
The reason why the America say we cannot just wake up and say we are banning the import of rice and say nobody will wait for rice to come before say made rice. We are consuming. In the local production 10%, not import 90. We need to make sure say we have local production moving from 10 to 60.
Okay.
Then we put in measures to curtail the foreign import. Until I support it, and I know say we know unemployment is a major issue, and I think so companies be brave so air collapse. We will revamp local production. Now it is supported. So until mami, we share a juma. Say any saban to say so much into bia. Until we share near. Oh, it's a good omen. It can't be a bad omen. It's mommy. We share Jumana. I mean, I don't expect anything different from the MPP. So, Meti, very same. Ora. I feel you can say, but what do you expect? Say you will see something good at the end of the gap. Never, because and you see, they are even saying in just 4 months, Ghana for etutia ya. Ghana for say if I were you, I would just shut up. I will not even say anything as a leader in parliament because I know Ghana for one. But of course, MPP they don't know shame. Omekasa, insada. Eti mami, ushwa. Nemo share no baku. Taxes are kind no say yefiwo. Ushwa budget are ready The fiscal policy was very tight. We were keen on the fiscal gap. Say we will not go beyond a certain limit. And also kanwa then the finance minister is going according to the Public Financial Management Act. Into any contract be assigned my contract without recourse to the finance minister you'll be dealt with. But so that we can control the outflow of the funds. We should target a SAT Edema GRE in our fiscal policy. So they are going first quarter, they exceeded their target. We should win fiscal policy tight. Juma for a year in terms of the monetary policy, you can see the impact. Now say sometimes mommy, who lose the election, now say 1-2 boasia, you'll be disgracing yourself. Métier or Rafi Markins, can say the reason why I see the no F and Horn didn't say because the trade war. I'm saying, hey, this is a complete disaster in basic economics. Anka say US resume tariff for our exporters. Rather, we should have problem with the exchange rate because exporting companies now. Master, then if we stop, you are disgracing yourself when it comes to economics because exporting companies, almost supporting the supply end of the foreign currency. Almost to America, that's what we say. If a BOG keep foreign currency. Everyone will say this. Oh, can I? What me and so yeah. So that's the point. So meaning say we should rather have negative impact.
So there's no demand.
No. See, stop. Yeah, can supply. Please. You are disgracing MPP. Move disgracing in economics. Yeah, can supply. What's the demand? Me see supply end of the foreign currency. Exporting companies contribute greatly. And so want to be export here on your foreign currency. Meaning say supply will go down. Once supply is going and demand is going up, the exchange rate will tolerate. And you can say you are just shaming yourself. One wo, then always election. You are rushing. And they say no common basic economics want to be kind of year because you want to achieve something. And there's no way tariff war is the one that is having impact. No, many exporting companies they are falling short of their foreign currency expectation. But for supply end will go down. Demand will go up. Once demand goes up, price will go up. Very simple.
Thank you very much.
And the policies are around Mahama. Niba Ghana editor kwemno. Say I don't want to be obi here. President. Next year near all and stop shaming yourself. Pity and I was shocked. Mama, I make clothing. Owura Mahama nyame nhyira no Ghana for nso nyame nhyira omo nyina na wabɔ adwuma over 80% of the things he said to do no is on track all year nti opo so na ye ni yie na impact no nso emba e Ghana for so bedase
adote ena ote ne honorable adote ena ote na kempa cho memo akwa aba
so mangada
na hote sai
nyame ado me ho ye na nso e
boko na ma me feel sa
of abeka na sem so beka sem ache of kan of yi boko de of na ho fa no ma nkama sem
ona no ho fa no
mame
ne why be for this way won
as I said the atade so no ma me onim ne din me ferry me ntimi nkan afidi so as emrante ne na ejo me se fere ne me din
oh
ena papa penny I said the decision
enya no cre
second school for ngwala ono ane manu si oni ne ho boje so mbe so benyini wo so ti we wo say yes mu na disi we mama na so what to say
nyame adom go so hweme yankwai Muhammad's 120 days
na wa mo fa akasa dada
me mo fa akasa but wo na mpesa wo kasa
sa me beto wo fa
enya hwe ono ti ase
so and it was also me no me the same so o come me no bo wi an maka me die enya sa o on me there mama
na me na me moderate and na me se wo beto no kura me se kasaja no
mama
yes
me 120 days of polling yakunu polling and yakunu I would for 120 days as em papa be ne wuma o me anyi ne mama 120 days of Samantha for fufu joint adane galamsey site ukurom 120 days ukurom ene wada ne galamsey site baby am no me enu nyina adi fufuo no maame onim ho pa ka na tie fonte sa wo so akọ ukurom nanse wo ko nse fufuo no abena se ho nyina wo mu tu galamsey sesei NDC fuo tu galamsey wa abena se ho nyina meboa ka na video yi obi a wo tie bi hu se medi atro maame ukurom asem na me ken da o maame na mentu aso sa won kasa dia mentu aso because asem we enya de ye ade edisie maami bia ma hu sa Samantha foi ukurom fufu joint ne wo filling station ni nchen wo no abena se ho ba bia ofa duro no otra bena se didie ho nyunyu no enne ye bebo apata na asi wo ko ye tu meni nyina e di tu galamsey 120 days of minister ko stop galamsey constituency chairman stop minister. Some minister, how dare you say over me constituency wa mama ne ampa minister Daniel Friho abetran kran 120 days 120 days papa bay mami 120 days of deception and lies am catch yen say mo ba beto koko 6,500 because 2024 price no ye book Ghana for mampani akufo ado ya za ebo ode ma koko akuafo no enye papa ensem am kan ye no mami 120 days mo say twa mo catch Ghana for say say na kufu adobo otokoko ni kwa na bo no wosoro enti mutum enye yie 120 oh please o aban no nim binti ye ka ban no masem uni aban nim Coco board CEO na some obekan no Coco board CEO say
obekan say e kada ho
mami also otumo enye yie
kada ho no omutumo
time I wash no no nim say kada ho who is a Greek minister in this matter. This one have nothing to do with your Greek minister. Please. They don't deal with any Greek minister. And your Coco board, the manager, Coco. If you don't know, just who know to no bank juma na ye. Coco pia for kasa so na ye dede. Mami, Coco pia for ye kasa wo bank juma wo ye dede. What the folder? Who Coco fo? Mini ankada. Mi dia Coco abe. E na me yan mu aka ho. Mini anka fu mami. Me wa fa ne bia wakodua nka on de adwumbo ni nti enyam ho be ye.
Na do bi odua nka adwumbo ni wonti.
Omo de adwumpa wo mutirim. Na do tie de adwumbo ni kwa nka adua ni mo be sefu no. Papa yi. Mami 120 days. Omo nka mpo anka ye. Wa settle table, mami. Wa settle questions. Answer questions no. Marking scheme kutawo. Who ya mark ho 42/100.
70.
Oh, you want 7, mommy? Hold on. Mommy, hold on.
Mama, who 72?
Well, there be any only mathematics and so. Mommy promises our man, no one can also my promise. And you 26.
25.
26. And the way on the website be out. And I will say,
what me aye mu 12 one kase wonu muton nyame na kase ejo mama no
eno kase wonu 12
who's 12 ada wo hwe ana I want you 12 ni done and as 7 in progress another 7 ni no won touch e kura enti maami e de what me aye ni say 12 minus 26 no maami e kase 14 is bigger than 12 so subtract it the way one go school da me maami ku afidi ya no kuaye no de titete me no ono kura busa na market edwom mathematics obechira mo te say want me 50% wabon want me 50%. Where papa na nu masemu ono asete the questions answer market wa faili ne ho Ghana fo nya market no ono ankasa set the questions wa market a faili ne ho so no ho say omo modern mame na me nua yes am allo ayi economics bi wa ha mame ka bibi nchire no me I'm a businessman, I'm a farmer and a businessman mame say dollar no e ba from never bedru even 1 cedi to $1. I'll be very glad. I'll not say enya me party ne wa ban munti bibi koso na nya eya yenkasa nye no ene 13 point something mame I am happy. I'm not entirely happy, but I'm happy. And kosombra from nema nema buonyefo. But what he was saying, no, or kasa about export eba dollar nkosuru mame import nema dollar kosuru yes it's a city near the akwaje dollar no e di akokra niema no e nema dollar bo kosuru. What you say? Please, you were talking about export.
Export for this dollar eba Ghana.
Now, Obi, $20 on the determined dollar price.
Listen to me.
$20 on the determined dollar price.
Once you have more supply,
a situation whereby even dollar no to me febimba because of tariff.
Exactly. So it will have negative impact.
Please. Dollar no to me farmer. Let me tell you, mommy, exposing with lies. And rather make the thing go up. Worry.
And I make change.
Worry.
No. It's influence here. There, people are learning.
No worry.
If I put it into change,
exporting companies
they bring dollar. But they say no. So if what you are saying is true,
I know the
have exchange rate deteriorating.
If you have anything, maybe our question be on this don't worry, just relax.
On the business circle,
yes.
Mami Tunefo, why empower a banker? I will not dispute that. But politics in money idiotro. Every banker knows when importers demand for dollar. And the medical catch you, my president will say dollar never for my will be happy. I know what you say. But the win and any policy you. We've not got into the peak time a major import. Mami said through August, July ending August, September. That dollar no a gusu kofoma. Me meba betra bomb mama mama. So I magic. He knows. Alototi ya wonim. Wakwatira banga no yed monim time and go for demanding for dollar. And ye import.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, what you say? Ye ni importation season mu. Sabre you will be imported hey. And it's $1 come from now so why you want this are fine. And I make us a me about for my many budget. But me sabre me imported hey. Import ni bekoso in August for Christmas demand. Man, what you say? Yenye sa import no. Yenye sa import no. And it's not one I say. Why a magic now my dollar above for my praise God? Yeah. Median kebaf emere binka home and kwaso anko from na commodities buono enyefo. But mind you 120 days. Mo be fa cement. Mo catch the Ghana for say cement boarding 80 cedis. Ghana for ntimi nto. Enti mo ba no ma bete so na dia ba 30 cedis. Ma me na cement 130 cedis. And today my to cement ne. One and the crab ni ho. Upe bia brands and when you be ato. Mabo mabaso iron ross eswate kakra eswate and now a year totono 9,000. I think a kokodu jama 10,000 and they are back to 9,000. Mebo abaso the credit no name saji blame they say cement board 120,000 within 3 months 40 cities
120 Ghana cedis
120 be baby 130 mama just say baby 130 cities cement one bag
na for me
when feel na me mama so so dey cement one bag is a fact matobi ne mitobi ndra and now per 42 na baby create on 140 42 no and then 130 na 125 32 ni na 125 120 130 wey aye the policy na omso omayade tie mo yensem mo no omayade ye bo mo baso na ye hwani mu so say maame mate se yesi ate petrol so wate onte me bi u kola bi na frɛ wa no wo ka kyerɛ wo say ate petrol so wo kura wo ka kyerɛ wo maame sɛ maame wo kogira filling station ato ayate so ama wo menim da bia wo tobi ane na ne wo enipa ne frɛ ya wo interview do kola bi wo afidie so he ye
me interview bi
na ma jeri cheche mo se ya dai maje
ase window
enti I amount ne say wadaro ma de te ye ne say 1 cedi medase mame medase
edu 1 cedi per liter
maje medase mame me print me receipt or do I into a china me say that receipt na brew e da ho receipt of cement am turn in there 125 cedis
okay
ma oni atro opa yemfre na okofa mame okofa KO FIE price okofa KO FIE a price na the beka even KO FIE price is 118 KO FIE some 118 cedis mame KO FIE ba do say the typical KO FIE mame ma no cement sellers baby I me to cement enra o say I'm sorry say but let me say it my to cement is free KO FIE KO FIE price is cheaper than many places. It's a fact you cannot deny it. But KO FIE a main distributor. And to be for KO FIE price and compare retails no. My notice here. What do you mean for KO FIE price and compare other retailers no? Because retailers they do not go KO FIE no muko to be. And no maba beton. Me say nra ma me ma to cement and no pay. And my tossman 125 cities. I tear for it, your pass be a line to him. You see, I bet I can say intro. And
no crack.
Feed Mammy, me say, dear me, then say,
hello, say, no cramp.
Mammy, dear me, then say, Uncle, so 3 months must start your way. 8 years, moody attempt. The amount yeah, no, na 3 months was us here. When we are giving you the truth, Obatran ma say a intro. Ba mami e Ghana fuel to cement ni bi nim say na cement bo. En kra hasam kwa na mami me no kan you.
Na ya ne fa na wanu simame.
En kra hasam na me no kan.
Okay.
Dia kwa kodru no 120 days of high rise of galamsey. 120 days. E because say mampani ka say Mampani Akufo-Addo declare state of emergency when Timi Ghana for to obetia no. When declare enti ya sanita no betena ha. E ka kire Ghana for say ade na mampani anya nti. Monto abentia no ya to abetia MPP. Waba 120 days ni wuntimi declare state of emergency on Galamsey. Enti na wo ka kire obi so on declare na wo wuntimi nye. Maame Ghana for say bisa mampani say anti-LGBTQ bill. Wodi ye campaign Frère Christophe e kan mbo frère nananom ahemfo ne akonfo ka kire om say Akufo-Addo 10 Christosom enti no want me ensign no ono bo be sign 120 days was signing another deception a Ghana for wa bonten e bisa ne say enti say man pani John mama na wo dada yen mama dada yen no ba ko no 120 days want me sign ye o twan de yi na ye say one sign ya yen be kwa sign ya ma no Sam George, away. And then they did that, not Sam George here on this LGBTQ plus bill. Why is Sam George? Where Jack Christosum? Where Jack Yansaya sorry no? They should bow down their heads in shame. 120 days, they should bow down their heads in shame. And I'm expecting a friend or suffer a friend Ajinasari. So on friend the church member ne de ken no elder no. Say, the na wo ye no last year no to aso. And answer appointment the man ya kana no atum. Christianity and hypocrisy. It doesn't tell you.
Medase, Mr. Tano.
Yes, so ye Osuma odi pan man ne bem ti mebem. Osuma obano man ne bem ti mebem.
Ma menchia na menchia production team.
I said we do about that.
Ma menchia ahefo yin. Na honestly, I think say my menchia production like na ya safo. So you who nache. Ya me baby o bi ame enka ne ho na onsa ne yare.
Amen.
Na mame LGBTQI me hu wo list ni mu 120 days. Me hu wo mu bi. Na normal bebre so a na ka bi boss me hu bebre enka ne ho na onsa ne yare.
Amen.
Na mame LGBTQI 120 days. So here na the best chance ama wo faso MPP for na mo percentages mo se mo pay nominal mo de bibiara na mo se mo percentage na and you know it I am not interested at all in the 120 days and the scores. No, not at all. I'm not interested.
What are you interested?
I'm interested in as to whether we are having value for money. That's number one. I'm interested in the fact that are we having good governance? Number two. I'm interested in the fact that is the business community at this moment getting what they voted for? When it probably the three main pillars. I'm also interested in the fact that I'm very much interested in that. Mama say a value for money. I think so far so good that we are having value for money in this new administration. A base bonene shasia yebeka. Value for money in the sense say Attorney General wodi abetudwa yenim dia aban waye na adwen se opese okuntia enti for me no normal egu akwan mu a ye de hwehwe ensam nkofo ye fi se omodi adwuru na ye hwehwe mu I think say it's enough for me to say we are getting value for money. About the fact to say are we having apart from that no the exchange rate and also back from Jamaica say we are having value for money. But on the same length, I must also say the rate at which the city is appreciating, because I feel say back from too much in a manner, of course, back from but what are the tricks? What are the nuances in TMA city no appreciate it so fast? And
only as some say me baby salote. And your mom did go a sa at the end of some pamacho.
Comfort you. Sydney, I appreciate it so much. In 10, I am a bit worried. I must admit, say, you entry external foreign debt, and DDP, so even local domestic debt, you entry into an in the share see the city will go up again. Into yes, a bathroom, but a more and no. Me see the city is appreciating.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes. 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 The same thing me can normally say. So see 13 point something. Be bet me 15 and 16. That's what I'm talking about. Enti no na me no me share from that point of view say. You start to see a normal way. Enti say na be bet me afa ye ho adi. What I have also realized na say who say kakra making Kenfi Bank of Ghana on my website any finance ministry no I think say monetary policy now is very very prudent and a fiscal side no and also prudent measures are being put in place to ensure say ye benya ye ho afadi kakra now there a bit hope for the city to probably be stabilized no a gold board number 1 and na a taxes and so I dey ama big mining institutions no so I benya sika everywhere any new target set for the GRA in Koniba and no gives me some hope but as to whether that hope no and I say those revenues na be no as to whether it will overweigh the monies that we have to pay to the domestic people and the foreign
when we came, we paid their 30.
Yes,
we have paid
yes, sure.
No,
the money was not allocated. No, I'm talking about the generality of the whole thing. Now, Mami, are we having good governance? I would say yes. Because you see, I can see how crime is being combated.
Okay.
And we get briefings so from how crime is being combated. Until it gives me some hope. Even though crime, to me in Siano, just as corruption, to me in Siano, we can reduce them. But to me in Siano, I will not dwell so much on 120 days promises. Meaning say the benefit and the.
Why won't you dwell so much on it? Because I don't know what some runs to president can.
Exactly the case, but I'm saying you say the can say who be a juma in there, and yet a channel the bema for so. Right. You see my own view. You see now according to you, Kropono, or marking who 42%. And just a who can say, or sample marking who failure. It means we're honest, maybe. And no pay. Now, my main country will say there be also 74. My main country will say there be no one can say also when you're 42. Now, and no pay. The percentage need you'll be able to me to be at. This morning on your sister station UTV, honorable Nate also, or say Oberman 1.2%. And just for percentage there, will be able to me retain. The 10 pillars now. Or say another or more yet at your myself, even a man 1.2%. And just for percentage there, will be able to me retain. The 10 pillars now, or say another or more yet at your myself, even that one, if you are rating it in percentage terms, at dear Bakwa, a hammy. Now, in fact, not just a hammy, but I'm a bit disappointed.
On whose part?
On the LI 2462.
Okay.
The repealing of that law to ensure that nobody enters our forest reserves.
Mine.
The issue of amendment, because amendia, because or no kasano, or say about bedroom pempenso or no as president cannot authorize anybody to go and mine in the forest reserve. We are looking for a total repeal of that particular law. Yeah. And don't forget, there is nothing like say a institution be I issue illegal licenses at the minor bill. We have legal licenses, we don't have illegal licenses. Until before we could get the illegal mining, it stepped out from the legal miners Nankasa. I am omo license say you have that legitimacy to mine in a particular area. And another area. And otherwise, no, first, no, not illegal, my men can't say anyhow. But it was on a very, very small scale. But more licenses, no more feed, no, and no more free fee or more green zone, equal red zone, start to say, or more illegal money using their licenses. And then, also, I do more no more year, sa petty illegal money, so do a more gym. I bedroom pepper, so I agree. Until left to me alone, that particular law should be repealed completely. And man, the cancer amendment, because that is not what you promised us. Yeah. You told us, say, that law will be repealed.
And there's a recent limit. So, boss say they are going to repeal it.
Yes, in fact,
not amended.
I think I've heard another of their communicators, a seasoned one, a lawyer, or can say it will totally be repealed. Yeah. And I'm praying and hoping, say, it will be totally repealed because the echoes were a forest, and yet. Me free Western North. Now, mommy, Western North, just about 35 years ago, Western North, yeah, ordinarily, no stress, who say, oh, quiet, and wow. Who quano car, quano so no, and one on in Namson, dear Quahumachia. We bet me to tell you, quano so I know a saba. And yet, the sacks and echo, and yes, those days now, PT is it there's a timber company omoba achepa Ghana chepa omone Locks and Lumber Limited LL omunina yes omuna na ukura
sak PTBB
ATP yes into wonim de na ye koko motor no na na ye de ko into wukọ na wo titi wo kwan no so ye kura bucket into wo de ade ni si ha na aduba se quarter wuntum nso wa bi mu na wo de asifa into wo de we no bucket no ko titi saa wo kwan no saa na ye ma nti sisi kwan no saa nti ye ba ne ye be tutu ne ye de ahye edua tente so ne ya ho enna me no kasa yes enna me no kasa mame
when was the last time I
was there? Yes, and one no a bit necessary beam. And TikTok, and a who say woman be or advertising Nemwa. And also officer we are science. Officer we are science or come chrome. Into my number say my friend be sana say. We are sure same and one and yet the be and I say because spray now you spray and the way you degrade your forest using various chemicals. I must have no more way nephew. Not Galam says so adding a one back account. And you say, one ya make sure say, dear Ceciano Ashray. They say, and number more one and then I'm featuring. The so many coach yes, I extinct. Enti Kakraka away your forest reserves. Why don't you ensure say you completely repeal this obnoxious law the previous administration they share? Said a forest reserves no a bay sane am I? Into obi bia ebe hu forest reserve ye be hu say we ye obi a wakọ illegally. Okay. But when you say amendment now be hu na just say we can allocate some to a certain group of companies and
yenkwa
and yes suppose yenkwa it should be outright banned from the forest reserves because in reality amobẹ ho man na yi wo be hu ni yatiesem ni yase no I am not in line with that amendment and all that into emotion and no motion and of course that's what into mama social contract na omode yakọ omo make sure say omo be diso na omo diso enso ye bebo omo abaso omo ani so a ye betra ha ne yaka say omo end so
medase pe ye wasanita no and out and galot mama ensamra osubiem concerning dollar the cedi being appreciated as I say ekosoro ne ade no na mpese me hu because ebinum keka say gold for oil policy former vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia put in place na eso aba na ashase a eso no it mpese me hu mobile 120 days in him what measures na mo put in place they say ama cedi no gaining the strength bi
I mean may mau clear answer but before no let me explain this one.
Okay,
now me say cedi na holding epijay no ora afenyo marking C TMU tariff war na ekoso no tariff na American president has imposed on
countries
on importers meaning nyama na exporting and na when you see ukasa you are disgracing yourself in economics because say American ni import from Ghana or GF exporters it will be a friend with supply end of foreign currency and demand na exporters no omo mo bua ye etuminya on the supply end. Oh, stop it. You see, people are learning. No. Correct here. And it's a disgrace in economics. The exporters more foreign currency because when they export, they pay them in foreign currency. And he said, to me export here, rather than we should have shortage in the supply. Once you have shortage in the supply, demand no air cost, it will increase the price. Meaning, say, come on. Why can't you listen to me, mommy? One money people don't understand the American. You see, you can't say no. People are learning. Only I feel like people are learning.
Me pacho. Manen kasa non build na you hu na fe wo bebe mu a then you come in
platform no be mu mi jai kasa man no
alote also so obi kasa man a chance to finish whatever the person is putting across before you come in the pacho Mr.
We should all make it wrong. We are all wrong.
Yes, I know. Pacho alote pacho to us Hello, to us.
Etifo. Then I came to say, me say, yeah, was supply end and demand end. In Crawford, Mubuayen, I to me, and supply of foreign currency, exporters. Because when you export, they pay you in foreign currency. It's in the, I think, what is kind, honorable. Say true, rather, we should have a shortage in supply. Once supply is short and it's below demand, the price will go up. And it's rather discussing in economics. Wow, people in say, Sadiano Eco Forma, take your time and listen. Mami, number one, we have done more exportation of gold. Oh, the supply end.
About 120 days, you know.
No, I mean, see, we Ghana.
Okay.
In the program, like you said, almost 30 exporting, buying the gold and exporting, not gold for oil. We were buying more of the gold in cities. Then we export to get foreign currency. Now they are supporting or more the BDCs to buy them. And it's still a cost. And we have continued. Okay. So more of the
no more gold for oil.
Go for oil policy, no. NDC can say no. NDC can say we'll review this. You find no Juma. But what I mean is, we are converting more of our cities, our currency in gold by buying it and selling for more foreign currency. Okay. And the supply and a cost row. And one thing, exporters they are not alcohol, but still we are not feeling it. That's number one. Number two, we have reduced borrowing.
Okay.
And one thing you reduce it, T-bill, I'm going to call 29%, you know, about 15 to discourage. We call it disincentive. So people are not buying the TV. You see borrowing. Once you reduce borrowing, you will not have this impact. These are the things I know. In the fiscal policy. Oh, mommy.
People are listening, please.
These are the things I are going to fiscal policy now tight. So you cannot have some of this going on. The T-bill has moved from 29% to 15%, meaning you are making it not attractive for you for government for you to bring money to the government. If you want the market, the OP market for treasury bills, we are not meeting the target because people are not finding it attractive to bring more money. Once you reduce borrowing and all these things, these are the impact you have on the exchange rate. And I feel so reserve a cost. We all agree say there was seasons for if anything importation. Because man can import, me can export. They are two different things. You have seasons from August, Echo, and until cocoa. To get loans so ever at that same time, October, to balance off the need for foreign currency. And you can say you do against that, we'll see, that is where we also do more of the cocoa to get the loans. And we have foreign currency to balance it off. And say, but that's the job of Cocoa Board. No, you can't stop the lies, how can you do that? You need the money to buy the beans. Cocoa Board is owing. So as if you want to buy beans right now, where will you get the money to buy it? So stop what you are saying. You need money to buy the beans from them before you can sell and make and the foreign currency. So these are the things that are also. So my point is say trade war is not what is helping the city to appreciate. No, rather it should have been the other way. And I've told you say it's fiscal policy. They have reduced borrowing. And not that T-bill you see, it's interest rate from what it simply means is you are making disincentive to take money from the people. Wow. Now, Eyampa, we paid the third tranche of if anything. DDP we paid. The next one is in August, September. And in the current budget I reading, there was a provision. Money is ready that one we're waiting to pay. So it will not have any impact. The money has already been allocated. So how would it have impact? Impact in the exchange rate. I was saying, it's a buying here be good. We should rather interrogate and encourage them. You come back to the same interrogation. Now, question say no. What's the and say? And the course say, I don't know what is that. That is how we should be talking now. And yet, there are politics. So these are the factors. Gold export, cost more. So we are any more for exchange. See gold export. No, aside that I'm saying, don't you have legal companies somewhere mining in Ghana? It's mining illegal in Ghana.
No, it's not.
It's mining illegal in Ghana. Yes. Not. So you have companies that are mining gold legally, more exporting, and no one side. Into Orama time it was inaugurating the committee for accelerated export promotion committee. Also, can I say we need to move from the $3.5 billion to $10 billion so that we export more, and we should target exporting non-traditional commodities. Okay, because if we are able to export more, even more foreign currency in our supply end, even it's no matter the demand from from importing, we can withstand it. These are the measures that are only to acquire. Number two, in accounting, you will be a friend of goodwill and reputation. They are all fixed assets. A bank way buy, send what you do in terms of government leadership, into we're not goodwill. So people are willing more to invest. Okay. So when you go into areas, you say GIPC, people are trooping in there to bring investment in Ghana. Same applies to the free zone because of goodwill and what reputation. Okay. Last time, a lot of people moved their business away from this country. I mean, you saw companies moving from here to Ivory Coast and other places because the goodwill was not there and we're losing it. Goodwill, a fixed asset in accounting. People will be willing to bring more into the economy. These are the things I hear here. Magic. I say most of here because you couldn't do it. Accept it. I feel so. Why you need to be in here? When you are saying it, I understand. But when your politics and can draw and can it will defeat the actual textbooks. Me that's it.
Menso me da sepe. Na came back to be count. Dia loteka ye. Explanations or dia ma.
I am happy so about ending. Obe ended and I may explain it no some perspective for beti no. Mame, you cannot take it away. Say we are not in demand season. Okay. And you say dollar no here. Ne bo beba form. Every time I here na ebo no ebe kosro. And I've said it. Say me as a person, as a businessman, I'll be happy. Say dollar bo na ebe form. I don't care. Say NDC ebe me business. Mama say NDC ye na ye a. Sabe me ko take ne. Ochina me ba bedru no. Said you told me maybe a chairman better if you can. Me, I don't lie, man. I'll tell you the way it is. Under my own government, I said it here. Some Mr. says he can't take me, but doing my book $10,000 in advance. And he found out this he can walk up free. And in your money, one back cost room, I buy a sentiment talk. And it's $1 never for me. I'll be happy. Listen to me very careful. But what I'm saying is that season way or be any politician who will tell you say a policy been why and I'm a dollar from and no crap. Mammy, no crap. I'll be very happy. Mammy, me say, me babet and I have a bombing some mama NDC in John Mahama. After August, September, October, no, the dollar no from say yeah. Then I can also score them. Say on dollar and CD no or my bomb home thing above from near bomb in our so but that time ye a tro. Now mammy 120 days, you know. My member social contract. And near my 120 days in SC Ghana. Oh, and no $1 I don't make a found me. Who bet you them in Ghana? One mammy town them the back. And no person make. Mammy 120 days, you know. Had the SC Ghana. Electricity bill, Yatum. 120 days. Water bills, Yatum. Electricity, Yatum 14.75. Yatu water bill move 4%. And 4.02. Me that's so correct me. Mami 120 days. In the toss me no. Galam say I west. Mami.
Galam say what the car.
Me says should be a man. They not in the house. Ama Ghana moye de. Cause Galam say no. And now for your sanitan wajin site. It was one news percentage bia no the analysis bia. When here percentage bia who. Mami. 120 days. Dumso san na chiaba. Mahama nie. Dumso nie. Ghana ni be complaining about electricity. Dumso. Babia. And then baby na do airport kura dumso si. Baby na bin sida under John Mahama ni NDC. Dumso si airport. Mame 120 days. Unconstitutional removal of Chief Justice. Any na 120 days ni. Mame 120 days no. Say boku conflict. Aya west ye kum ni pasan kuko. NDC for Katri said Dr. Mahmoud Bamia and the Secretary. I meant to question Boko. No more basum, dear Beba. Omoba ye Bokon to Paya West. 120 days in him. 120 days in him. Na pole Kotoko supporter. Yakuno. Said ne, who better send this if what it a platform so say. And on buying a sports, which said so on an account, says will be from the committee here. And a sports when they are qualified, yeah, it's all that I can't my bonning. And you are qualified, you call World Cup. 120 days they qualify them, you come pole. You could and I qualify them when I'm qualified. Oh, you see, mommy, you see, oh, you qualify the end this, they come up about it, but I'm qualified. But Polo with the name of Mukuno. Mommy, 120 days. Baby aba bedro ni hwe. Allocation a president aye. Edi akoma eye friend say communication e won the office Jubilee House emfa mfaso bia enye production sector. Edi mfaso bre Ghana for yenteni nko ano over 2.7 million. Omonyi ni free 120 days no. E ho na akwa koduro. Maame 120 days no. Me say 24-hour economy ya mutu 120 days. Yente wasam omo ho wa. Omo ka ho hwe 120 days no. Yenka ho hwe. Eno nyina ka ho binti na ama dollar ne ba fo ma na fa no te. Me bisa maame obi asende message me bisu asem bi ma no. Ose na me ka okuro mu asem. Uko okuro mu achenti ni wantimi anyi ano na ana.
Oh, me ko me kro mu nche.
Tu kwa baabi America na mpa yetu galam sei wo ho. Eno mpeso mo ti free wa no.
Omo ba omo ko no mo ko hwe.
Oh, why is it? Asema my okay, Professor Mills. Why you campaign? And a wow near comes if I can interview no so prof. Now go go and Satan up for a campus road no friends. So go go and upon net is also no matter. Also now banos or no so the ma. It's mo hurry, been a mambia maui.
But that's not bad job, bro. Edu Buahe memo exposes national security operations. That is we know what you say. Edu Buahe ne someone is a lawyer for the Bua no. So mara meka so mechire mu baby otu asika no ko ne ho nkro ne ba. Ne no na empanyufo bia o mede o mano atum echese da bi ntwa yi.
Na me me do say. Don't say so Bekaya Matraha most of the time I praise MPP for the way communication style. No man and a cable boss is here. My NPP from Kotra another station, the same thing on board because much Mungo can say David Mammy do something my Debian Cressy at Tramount here. See at do something my Debian Cressy at Tramount here. See at one my media say one kind of dear. Already boy, that's him. Let me say, dear, or the me people advising or say uncle that tangent.
Also, or lawyers, definitely.
But a good a good a beboa. Na
a beboa kwan benso.
A beboa semni because you see an escabo for a discount on her pa.
Okay, can't say or 2 years can be some MPs, some opposition parties, aid to the then president elect, any of those staffs.
Wouldn't say,
aid to President Mahama. Simple.
As some see 2020, any do you see 2024? There are vast difference. I want to say, Mammy, sir, a year or the other 2 games. And no interest say. One more crown. Because you see, it's a tacit admission, say, and Pawudi dream.
Okay.
Meanwhile, ye bisa wono. Come, your man no bail now. A man for bisa no. Central for bisa say to GD say, also you'll be exonerated. As a see, many cases, you felt say you were innocent. Proper will see Attorney General. And by this statement, it's a tacit admission, say, Ampa, who this a dream. Baba me, let's assume. That it is true. Say allocations of these monies are or the course are microphone all kind of pepe. Mammy, so we are now to chairman Crawford. Does it mean say you are not a thief? And another question person Bisana say, must we say we are head of an agency? Say who call a particular say a special eyes. Not because who person we yes can chairman Crawford. No, I can say special eyes about 25 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Now, how many desperate company now told special eyes in the field? Now we could treat 2 cedis. I had the rightful price no, at the amount. Because what you know, Kayan who we are now what a chairman for. Mammy, the most dangerous scenario among who was at the lawyers now advising said, you are motto.
Is there a way those people not bomb the bit me hold you
yes.
They should return the money.
Oh, okay. When maybe a lawyer and a person they advised him in that manner because you are drawing the national security into the whole system. Enti na watch us say who prosecute Dubois here. It has a national security implications. National security so yenim say sabe omo expenditure no omo ne yo ye fa beto abonti. Enti omo de kofa ho said the beya assemble a beya foolish case at the end of the day because national security who. But sabe mame ye hu ye nim nkoso ba bi asem na kodu no. Any attempt by this government to make it foolish case no we are the Ghana for. It can't be possible. It cannot be possible. And he said whether special aid to Mahamo, special aid to Akufo-Addo, special aid to Baumio, special aid to James President Anaje Opoku-Agyeman, we want to see that person. Ebi a obako hwebo no. Now sir, so one council president was a special aid to. Ebi kwa that president woni mo hwe. Ebi now the special aid no you so on one means and wakwaji ne sika bi. And ode akwa ni bibi. You remember Nanado is in my pocket then. You understand between Yantachi and Co. Or say Baumiaso and also another same thing happened to him. Almost say oh he had demanded a certain amount of money. I will throw let us say or no right. And yes, people could come to him, or people probably came to him say oh yes they have managed to convince him. Now if they've managed to convince you go through the appropriate means. You don't go inflate a certain price at the expense of the taxpayer. No one can say, "Sas kerimu na mekena me diabetes amamo." And on crap, on my way, sir, forest squad na January hard. These people do not deserve to live.
Mr. Tano is a base be almost shame. Na say those transfers na legitimate.
How legitimate? How do you steal money?
Say yentimi nka send pano or a confirm until proven guilty by a competent court of but it is almost no who say says no it was legitimate or more chronubia on fire.
It can never be legitimate. Never. It
because national security or machinery. You see? And now, Sikabia could be answered Juma in the name of the national security.
A scanner or allocation, meaning national security.
Some will say, when they be announcing the transfers, when they authorize it,
but the question I be say, so person who the command national security, you answer the command national security. That's the question I'm asking. Because you made the taxpayer paid a certain amount.
Okay.
And I would say so, and I would require expenditure.
Yes, because you can become a bit confused here. And that's Adiana is one cotono or inflating the prices.
Yes.
Inflation of Mr. Tano, inflation of the price and Okonyasa quantum 49 million Ghana cedis no. I want to be accounted for. Meeting.
Omo person omo put the game of National Signals Bureau.
Okay.
Nti abefo mfidie eba say ye hia mfidie bi ebetumi
send the signal.
Yes. Nti ye kwa akotobi. Israeli company na mo na omo akodi dia. E na omo amount say ebi a 2 cedis. 2 cedis no. E na wo so koye no 10 cedis.
Okay. So where we are 8 cedis.
No, it's what we are just like the Sputnik V. And now we are 8 cedis no. And now what 2 cedis ama company no. Won kra 10 nyina e kire say ade no na wo say 10 cedis. Until say ye be chewo. Ansa na ye hu mu say ade na nye 10 cedis na mo na 2 cedis. So say e bi say 8 cedis no e wo he. Ye bo mre twamu abesin pempenso yi. Ansa na wo be ka kire yen say mitua we ma we na nye bia national security presidential aid no any sankofo abobo mu no omo na omo share will say inflate price na
there is an authority behind or no so
that authority will come out. It does not mean say you have not done the wrong thing.
Okay.
And you see, implicating national security will not exonerate you.
And should in case punishment should come, all of them, all the accomplices, including himself, must be punished.
For all you know, whoever the monies went to within the national security, if be any panic buyer, be no the national security, Abba. Ora for mama for J a letterhead, no baby. More Makasa video, despite media, in Crawford and personating Crawford before. This thing has been happening. And to be crop, men are maybe be and I'm a banam so JM say, boy kakra wo corner mu na yemfa ntumi procure
na ho asem aba
na ho asem aba e bia na GM dim ho hwe maami what you obi betumi de odi akwaji bibi you understand enti the first one mention sad no man does not mean say it is true. We cannot take that hook, line, and sinker. Say, Obeka, you true. You issued receipt and as a payment. Did you pay in cash or check? And from which account? Into your one, you be say, but the question I'm asking is, must you steal from the taxpayer to, as it were, allocate to national security and other people? No. What locus that presidential aid have to come and take 5-something million Ghana cedis? Let's be fair.
Okay, so right now, no, they are still investigating.
They are still investigating. Sir, he is being coached by the lawyer for say, konise. And the lawyer Sisu Biaka say, if he is prosecuted, it will have national security implications. Yes, we should have the national security implications. We are the citizens. Yes, it can okay. National security and so what? National security is supposed to protect us, not to steal from us. And it's a national security connived and stole money from the taxpayer and that's an abeto job. We must deal with them.
May that say. I'll tell you.
Mami, we share Asema Attorney General Edako Court. Is the state against a Dubois Nigeria, one other person and the company. Yembo MPB or Jessica, then I was saying, and our court, so what is before the judge is what they will deal with. Very simple. One I see where we see and now you will respond to say unuya. I feel say yes, maybe I crano manana kebi, my way. I mean, this is childish behavior. I'm telling you. Yes, but the thing is that the state will deal with you. Oh, because it is you and this kind of share with them. Oh, maybe I don't care. Mammy Mitchell say no. Monday make a confirmation. Eja, I say mean Charlie Gabi, a mamre. Nana keep me thank you, Meji. Baby, you don't can and family home. Mary Massa to Nisa Massa may come Monday, Uba hobby. Uba for thank you, bra, every time on Crophobie on the top pure water or Quinso. Sassicano or Kofa will be them. I don't care. Mary, my issue, I to the on Boami. In TPA and Passe, MPs nearby said, Eco campaign. Campaign, the obedience campaign here, over tones to a Quinso. And to see Boami. I assume says Kanya Woody. Say who like of fire cano you are there 2 cities who are the 10 cities unya chobo and umami bino do I care so I'll tell you yes maybe say buami and buami I didn't know say what you
but can the court ask those he is in person
mentioning
their names you know
say case management at do point they need them to come and see how they can but you cannot implicate me I came to you with a need.
Yes, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
No, but I've not seen. I came to you with a need. Say buami, mommy. But
I know you're from another.
No, but you can't first no. Osi enye nukre. After the osi enye nukre, but scano me chairman is handcrofui. No problem. First of all, no, the fact says some of them pass through your personal account. It's even illegal. Ghana what a scanocra FAO company account. $750 a month per the rich no. Honestly, illegal. I didn't tell you say Ghana water scan money for no maybe. Oh, so you have done illegal things. Because you're childish. Whoever advised this guy has rather sold this guy out. First, no OC and then crap. I feel so. Ya chef fear auto in and interfere no so a MP for the car say for scan to fear. 27 houses at a go.
Maybe an Crawford and normal register on him.
Oh, fine. You can see allegations. Me, I'm saying say what of you know. Because document here said these are the names. No, only at all. Yarifa. And I feel so. If any say cantonment, you've done all these things. I can say, Uche, Obiskanibi. The person came to you, whichever we are buying, say, but fine. Last week I say, maybe point in say, Kana, Echo in same no mammy. Sassicano, me pay jail be a song that prison.
You should come and pay back.
Pay the money to us because we are suffering. Me, I don't care about jail.
Okay.
Ain't me about say MP no man is cano. Say illegal. Just can't feel MP in same. Dilina Kabum never break Ghana.
Okay.
We
need that money.
Very simple.
But that's
just a second, mommy. Also, yeah, you traffic media engagement. Media engagement, na samuko. Yeah, mama, ni panel frame, mama Jerry envelope. Mama obia envelope. Na mo free hɔ akɔ. Sense kan ko wiae. Wonim so ko wiae. Nti ya chiro ka so crop.
Yes, betu ya come and pay.
How do you go and pay? How do you go and pay? That's what one say. Mama bi no ye sports bi. You say omo call African games bi. No omo say omo matches scammer media houses. Exactly. You remember that story? And then they could see, how do you call the media person and tell them, say, move first, and as to whether it was true.
Nana came back job.
Mami.
Yes.
Oko Kukudru court them. They kind of say the evidence of the game is evidence.
Okay.
Court in Ebusa say, "Ose unwie sika." Name mo disperse is kind of for a certain national security operations. Mame memen kwama duendia. Yema kwan na efi na ekwi. National security activity bi omo ye bi enfanto abonten. Yenya ise national security de yenka. Ena no de yenka ho asem. Ena ne de sei na de sei no. People have started raising concerns say or review secret be about the national security operations any kwan say Ghana for ehu. But I don't support that fact. A taxpayers' money. Okay. It was here to me who acquire a fast who use that taxpayers' money. No. Okay. Because you are not careful. In the name of national security, a whole lot of things can go on. Conformate me for money security free because of national security. Said the branch can do what he can no correct. No evidence to back that claim. Mame, the entity and my ear can accomplice what can you?
Me.
Accomplice what can be? I'll take my example be. Say Monday me call kushia me in growth for. Now came me ma 10,000. Miss met me ako court to catch a court and say because now here scanning to catch him say me go be middle. You give a different scenario. That's a me na wood the unfound baby me kunya free. Miss me ko court okasa wood di atro. Because kind me catch you say me nibi.
To be your word against him.
That is the point.
Okachira say Koreana fabre.
Sana court no be catch say on prove him fan o can say when here be am say me will be honam the chain keke. And the same evidence yes. Mami me can say no the catch say court there man the rule of the game is evidence. What you say? Enti the American ko say Abrantie no sika no also used for national security operations. Now fire come be say na why bonny and the other idea where the bonny na wi. But that is not the case. The entity on also be original say oni bonny no. He feels said this can or this basic for a certain purposes. Okay. Purpose and so the operations name and the coin. So what is basic? I'm not here to defend the Dubuain. Okay. But say a camera mun sem dia sabe or see a team balance. Na etie for nitimeti ase. Say Dubuain ye bonny. Na say no kre the allocated year can so atofie nko 27. Say no kre so atofie 27 na ma meka say e trimodini greed. Yes, because people suffered under the same government. NPP former brain. So if one person was able to purchase 27 houses, more than that. But on the other breath, mame, says he can't so end this if what DB. Yet ya bemu.
Yes, the one Jenny.
Yet ya bemu come to nobody scanning sponsor NDC. I'm a mother to your free bemu dia. Mami Angeli ni times 3. Mami, please. Mami, come on, come on. What to be ye?
Memory dialogue.
Mami, what did you make us say? Send Crofy Bray. Just say your friends say, Baku, what down for your war, you pokuasi. Jonas Munkaila. This year by neighbors. Abiruabuasi. Watching my mo, this boy suffered. Kasa every day. Hey, Bakubi wa yi, me madam for wa yi, asama. Wadam was wadam for no. Okuta bro for dimi. Evans. My mom say Evans is a young boy.
Papa Penny.
Evans is Papa Penny. Evans is Papa Penny. Evans is more than 60 years. Mami, Evans yiri free mu. Now share Evans. The way Wakasama NPP from 1992. Nani yiri free muna NDC for the co-representative. NPP for NC. na me say o ka sem je na osu
ya
na me chiche ne re say Evans nye hwe ya num bi o ho say beta wachi mame now baakofo to down 27 prime areas
It's a better term.
And the media so much me no confirm say ampa because alleged ye nyam prove ye please o dey mame come dey oh why the attorney general please mame nyere me ho
Has been proven.
Obisa mame do obisa
Has it been proven?
mame do obisa but me do fire tobo o dey on any proof mame me come say me can we no account there say it has been proven. But the Americans say me the minim say it has been proven because mame attorney general say mo kan nyina na no kranka wo yomi ona so ne nam ho and so that's now the baby wo yomi nsem krofo bebre din piepiem ebi na ebi no ya attorney general mu din pie mu bi ekosi say and krofo bi program din. So what I'm saying is you bet me akan sam no base obi abeka ne de gudigidi obi abekom no na de akeka nyina dodo na anya no kure ba say ya no kure me de ho ne ha me no say ya no kure sampa one of this can come NDC your mama aid edi bi come Julius Zebra aid edi bi come one ya sanita no aid eno also South president elect na yawa that be president elect no need your mama 2024 na kufa the president elect 2024 asam ne kana munya dem o ye fire
No, but the crime
December 2024.
And one some near came. And now what they are doing, what dear, what dear, what to go 2018. And what's but the point is that no, the data, you can was a president elect in 2024. John Dramani Mahama aid. And what dear, hey. 2024. And the Asian, hold on. No, I'm Penny Kufuado. Say Yakufuado aid. Mammy and Mimi Godi Kufuado aid that. And the Atia may yet to me be.
Oda.
Meda. And to what could you do not to see a body young who am best coso, a better says. What you say? And to say you want aid, but yet the engineer himself investigation year 2024, yes, some year. So if I ask any turn or the triple I political analysis say wakohema hunu say 2020 ono anasema ba mami ye ka kosi ni say yentimi news in the name of national security yemfa lutu o man no yem obi budget wo de beto abontim ye bi hwede a ye hwede e ko national security nso ye hwede e ko ni investigating national security ni nso bi because mami say traders na ebehia no mo kama ni huna in the name of national security ye de adi wo mo mami ye chichi ayi kawe Honda CRV in the name of national security mami go for tier duty national security chichi kan under me ma ban and then yanko busa se kan ye de ma owners no where are those cars mo investigating my yen wo bi aka na ye to obi ma ni bia no apu na 120 mo ba ma wo se da hono na mo mutwa mu enti mami ye hwe national security djuma mu
okay
yenhwemu ne amfi ye ne yenhwemu bi eno so ye Ghana djuma ne nya is in the name of national security ne mfifirete yen in the name of national security ya bere wo mo
medam asio alotena se dia na na opese o reading Pami production crew Jordan me Abdul Jero Saj my friend ma bankro na ya osafo na Abdullahi Dasmani Wanda Romana enne ewie mbo mi chidom e ma me de dwumadie yi eba ebesom Medin edema me bia makwafo me sorry so la Michael Baba je adwaje tata akofie medamu nyina ase e ma momo anything makrao